Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Jedantvofficial. My name is Jefta, and on this channel I share relevant information to people who are already in Canada and also to people who are looking forward to coming to Canada. In this exclusive and critical video, just as I promised in my previous video, I'll be sharing with you the 5 things to consider when you are choosing a university to apply to. So if this sounds good to you, you want to stick around. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, I want to appreciate each and every subscriber that I have. I have so much respect for each one of you. I appreciate the energy, I appreciate the support. So keep supporting the channel, share with your friends, recommend this video to your colleagues, your acquaintances, because like I always say, someone's life-changing decision may be predicated on certain content within this video. So guys, let's go straight into it. I promised you in my previous video that I was going to share with you some tips and tricks and certain things that are very important that you need to consider when you are choosing or selecting a university to apply to, be it for your undergraduate studies or for your master's studies or a postgraduate diploma or certificate. Irrespective of what you want to study, it can even be the PhD, whatever you want, whatever course or whatever thing that you want to study in Canada, you need to consider these critical elements. You need to consider these critical things when you are choosing which universities to apply to. So I'm going to start from the 5th one till I get to the 1st. So you want to stick around till the end of the video. So the 5th thing that you need to consider when you are selecting a university to apply to is housing. It's very, very important, and there are different types of housing. So we have off-campus housing, and then we also have on-campus housing. You know, proximity is a big deal to a lot of people. So for some people, you may want to consider on-campus housing. But the thing about on-campus housing is that it may be slightly expensive compared to off-campus housing. And then some off-campus housing are also pretty close to the universities. So you want to look out for these things. And then for the off-campus housing, you can decide to rent a house, with and stay there with some other colleagues, or it can be a basement, it can be a condo, depending on the location of the university. So housing is something that you need to consider. Don't think too deep about it, but just consider it when you want to choose a university to apply to. So the 4th thing that you need to look at when you are choosing which schools, which universities to apply to is the admission rate for international students. Guys, this is critical. Nobody wants to apply for a school and get rejected. You want to apply to a university and then gain an offer of admission. So you want to consider the admission rate for international students. So long as you are not a Canadian, this is critical. This is very important. You want to research and find out which universities give or have higher admission rates for international students. You can even go deeper and find out the demographics of the international students that come to that university to know that, well, I stand a chance if I apply for this university. Assuming that a university gives 2% admission rate to international students, what is your chance of getting admission if you apply to this university? It is possible, but what is your chance if the university's admission rate for international students is just 2%? It means that it's very, very low. So please consider the admission rate that the universities have for international students when you are choosing the university to apply to. The 3rd thing that you want to consider is a university that can offer you or give you lower tuition. In some countries, they say lower school fees. Let me put it that way. You need to consider, even millionaires, guys, even millionaires like good offers. So irrespective of your financial position whatsoever, you want to consider a university that will give you a reasonable and a lower tuition. It's very important. So imagine you get admission and the tuition is so high that you don't even have the resources or the funds to be able to attend the university, then what's the point in applying in the first place? So it is very critical that you watch out for the elements about tuition. How much are they charging for this course? How much do they charge for a semester? How much am I going to spend in a year? And if it is an undergrad program, how much am I going to spend in the entire 4 years? Do I have the resources for that? Does my father or my sponsor or my mother or whoever, my guardian, do they have the resources to support me? So it's very important that you look for universities that have, relatively lower tuition. Sorry, relatively lower tuition is very, very, very critical. So talking about tuition, then the fourth point that I would like to share with you guys that you need to consider when selecting universities is about scholarships and funding. Guys, scholarships and funding. When you get a scholarship or you have funding for your education, it makes it a bit nice. Let me put it this way. It makes it sweet. You understand me? So you want to consider universities that give funding for the program that you want to study, or that give scholarships for the program you want to study. Guys, there are different types of scholarship, but the basic one is the entrance scholarship. With this type of scholarship, you do not need to make any application for that scholarship. When you apply for the school and then you gain an admission, the admission offer comes automatically with funding. It comes with some funding. The funding may not be 100%. It may not be 100%. It may be, let's say, 20%, 30%, 40%. It differs depending on the program or your field of study. So some universities or some departments will give you full funding. If you get that, boom, that's a good thing. But you may not always have that. I personally got about 90% funding, so I only paid just a little for my master's program. But you may get 20%, 30%. They are different, it varies. So you need to look out for universities and programs within these universities that offer you some kind of funding or scholarship. It is very, very critical that you look out for that as well. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do a separate video and I'm going to teach you guys, because I love you guys, I'm going to teach you guys the different types of funding or the different types of scholarship within universities and how you can access these funding types. So if you are enjoying this video, kindly click the like button, leave a comment down below and let me know your views on this video. If there is any particular video that you want me to do for you, feel free and write it in the comment section. You can also follow me on Twitter at Jedantvofficial. Guys, I'm here for you. This channel is all about helping people with the right information. So the number one, and I think it is the most important thing that you need to consider when you are selecting or choosing a university to apply to, is to consider if that university is a designated learning institution, DLI for short. You need to make sure that that university or that college that you're applying to is a designated learning institution. What do I mean by a DLI, a designated learning institution? A designated learning institution is a school or is an educational institution in Canada that has been approved by the provincial government or has been approved by the federal government to host international students. Guys, so what it means is that if the university is not DLI approved, it means that when you come into Canada to study in these universities, once you are done, the implication is that you cannot get a post-graduation work permit. And let's be real, a lot of people that come to Canada to study, have the idea of staying on at least for a while. And the only way you can stay on as an international student after studying is to get a post-graduation work permit so that you can stay on. And if you have the interest in residing in Canada permanently, you can use any of the pathways to apply for permanent residence and then live in Canada. So here's the deal. I nearly said Ghana. I'm from Ghana. I love my country. Pardon me. So here's the deal, guys. Make sure that you apply to a university that is a DLI. That is a designated learning institution approved by the province or approved by the federal government to host international students. So if you're not a Canadian and even you are from the US or the UK or Ghana, South Africa, wherever you are coming from, you are an international student. So it is very important that you check that out. I know someone is asking, so how do I know that this college or this university is a DLI? So here's the deal. I'm going to leave a link in the description below which will lead you to a page where you can see all the designated learning institutions in Canada. You can equally do your own search by entering DLIs in Canada, or when you see a university or a school, just Google is so and so school a DLI accredited. It will pop up and you'll know. And all DLI institutions have their unique numbers. So every institution has its own designated learning institution number. So that is just one tip for you. So these are the 5 points that I believe you should consider when you are selecting certain, schools, or you are deciding on which universities to apply for. So guys, I'm going to end this video here. I believe that these 5 points were really relevant to you, and they're going to guide you when you are choosing which universities to apply to. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, we are all about helping people and then giving people the right information within the right time frame. So you want to click on the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, support my channel, share this video with a colleague, with a friend, with a family member, and I believe that it is going to go a long way to help all of us. I'm here for you guys. Send me a comment in the comment section. Let me know which videos you want me to do for you. Ask me any question you have. I'm here to work for you guys 24/7. I'll see you on the beaches of the world.